So today I just want to touch on the topic of the early church. Last time I promised I was going to make a video on this, so now I'm going to talk about it. So earlier I discussed that there were tension back then about the Gentiles and the Jews. Well, some of the Jewish Christians believed that the Gentile should circumcise in order to be saved. But this kind of create tension between the two bodies, and I have evidence to support this. In Acts 15, verses 5, but then some of the believers who belonged to the sect of the Pharisees stood up and insisted the Gentile converts must be circumcised and required to follow the law of Moses. So, this is what they wanted for them. But not only that, some of the Jewish Christians weren't very comfortable. They didn't want to be associated with any of the Gentiles whatsoever. You can see this in Galatians 2, verse 11 to 14, when Peter was in Antioch and he was with some Gentile Christians and he was living like them. But as he saw some of James' friend coming who insisted that the Gentile must be circumcised, he immediately removed himself. But by doing this, he caused others to fall astray because they followed in his footsteps. And later on, Paul confronted him about this because that was hypocrisy. But not only that, I just want to touch on the topic of Paul's message on unity. This is what he says in Acts 2, verse 14 to 15. For Christ himself has brought peace to us. He united Jews and Gentiles into one people when, in his own body on the cross, he broke down the wall of hostility that separated us. He did this by ending the system of the law, its commandments and regulations. He made peace between Jews and Gentiles by creating in himself one new people from the two groups. So we can see Paul's message aimed toward unity. This is what Jesus came to do, to unify us, to make us one, to make us a part of his body. So you can see throughout the book of Acts and throughout the whole New Testament, you can see how the people mind changed, how their mind changed towards the law, how the tension was resolved because Christ came to unify two of them by making them one. So this is the message I just want to leave the guys today, and I'm going to make a part two of this. And thanks again.